report released by the Economist Intelligence Unit has ranked Lagos as the third worst city to live in. The city maintains its position in the bottom 10 of the Global Liveability Index. Several other global reports had also said that Lagos, with a population of over 22 million, would in the next few years become the fourth biggest city on the planet, home to perhaps an estimated 30 million people. The city placed 138th out of the 140 cities ranked in the latest livability survey, just above war-ravaged Tripoli and Damascus. Now, Lagos scored highest in culture and environment, followed by infrastructure. It did score the lowest, however, in stability. The top 5 best cities to live in, however, did remain unchanged from last year. That includes Melbourne in Australia, Vienna in Austria, and Vancouver, Toronto and Calgary, all of which, of course, are in Canada. Let's get the latest, of course, from Deji Badmus, who's live in Lagos with more data on this story. Deji, walk us through the sort of reactions you're getting to this EIU report.
Well, Rama, I thought you were going to say live in Lagos, the worst city to live in the third worst world city to live in the world. Anyway, seriously, the state government, the government of the city has not reacted, but I can clearly tell you what that reaction would be. A similar report in the past, the government of this city dismissed outrightly to say that it's not a true reflection, you know, of what Lagos is. I have been speaking and sampling opinion actually, and well, some of the people I've spoken with say they do not share that view by the survey now, by the intelligence, the Economist Intelligence Unit now, and that this city continues to remain attractive to millions of Nigerians. As a matter of fact, if there's one city every Nigerian would tell you they want to come to, it's Lagos. The opportunities here, are really massive, and of course, there's no question at all that the government is spending so much in terms of improving the infrastructure. And then it's a good thing that the survey actually indicated that you know, massive infrastructure projects going on, and in terms of culture and entertainment, it's doing very well. But of course, stability, yes. Probably because of what happened some time ago. If you remember some months back, the United States, for instance, the United States Department of, the United States actually issued an alert that some hotels might be attacked here. Of course, that attack did not happen. But, you know, the threat that Boko Haram could also target this place because of its value has always been there. But so far, no reaction from the government, and well, opinions are divided here as to whether this, whether people actually support the outcome of this survey.
Indeed. Deji, one of the factors, as you mentioned, listed in that report contributing to that dismal ranking, according to EIU, was that the threat of attacks from groups like Boko Haram. But as someone who lives and works in Lagos, give us a sense of exactly how real the threat posed by this group that far south really is. I mean, most of its attacks and most of the carnage it's caused are way up in the northeast of the country.
Well, to be candid, Rama, I personally, I do not. Yes, it's true that in the past, security agencies, for instance, had warned that Lagos might be attacked, but the threat is just not there. You don't get a sense that people live in fear. No doubt, not quite long ago, recently actually, we had this disturbance of militants in the outskirts of Lagos, I should say, that was taken care of by the military. But you move around the city, you don't get any sense at all that this is a city that could be attacked by Boko Haram, and that the city was facing any threat. And now that Boko Haram seems to have been pushed back, people are really not thinking about that. People are not talking. Of course, some of the Moja hotels are still very cautious. I mean, you go to some of the hotels, you find them erecting barricades at their gates, so you don't just gain easy access to these hotels. But you don't get that sense. Life is just going on as usual, you know, the usual hustle and bustle of Lagos. People don't really talk about it. But no question at all that if there was one place, if at all, Boko Haram would want to attack for maximum impact, especially because of the value and you know, the kind of impact it might have across the world, it surely would be Lagos. But the state government says it is doing everything to ensure that not just Boko Haram, but that you know, the state deals decisively with any security threat at all. And the state government has consistently maintained that people should not bother at all, that Lagos is safe, and that there's no threat at all whatsoever from, well, any group at all like Boko Haram. But of course, you know, the Economist Intelligence Unit sees things differently, and some people still see things differently. But the majority of people I've spoken with, Rama, say that they do not share the view of the outcome of that survey.
Indeed, we'll leave it there for the time being. Thank you for that. That's Deji Badmus, of course, live in Lagos.